And then she says, let's face it, Healthy, we've only been staying together for the cat. What am I to do?
I remember you telling me you were going to propose to her on her birthday, and that you'd already saved up for a ring. Can't begin to imagine what you're going through, man.
3 months' wages it cost me. I mean, that's what they say you should spend, right? It took me 4 years of basically living like a pauper to accumulate the money.
Life can be cruel, my friend. Sadly, words aren't much of a consolation at times like these.
I can't eat. I can't sleep.
There's no doubt, you're in deep.
What was that?
Words from the Robert Palmer classic. 'Twas on the radio when I was driving home last night. Freaky or what?
Mr. Gordon asked me to invite you here today, in light of your continued contribution towards improved ticket desk security.
Okay.
In the past month alone, robberies from the ticket desk safe have more than halved. And you should be commended for your efforts in making people more vigilant.
But £9,000 vanished from it last night, and that's not to mention the 8 grand that disappeared a week ago. You have miscalculated your figures, it would seem.
Well, I mean, yes. Yours is a valid point, Sandy. The amount stolen has almost doubled on last month, however, actual instances of theft have decreased.
I see.
And Vina here assures me this is thanks in no small part to you. And that is why we have decided to make you Midland Airways Employee of the Month.
So we arrived at this high-end restaurant, and I'm rubbing my hands in anticipation of an evening of the finest food and drink known to man, when suddenly she starts flapping and goes, oh gosh, I must have left my purse in my other handbag. Which is like back at the hotel on the far fucking side of New York.
So what happened, Skip? Did you end up footing the bill?
I'm not even going to dignify that question with a response.
You took her around to McDonald's for a Happy Meal, I'm presuming.
You must be fucking joking. Sure, Happy Meals are $5 a piece.
I'm no having a go about Sandy, but I felt that earlier you could have been a little bit more, I don't know, sensitive wee Alfie.
I was only trying to lighten the mood, for fuck's sake. The buffoon should count himself lucky for ever finding a girlfriend in the first place.
Aye, well, you and me came that, but you could never say such a thing to the wee man's face. Do us a favour when he gets back fae his break and try and cheer him up, hey. You being a man about town, that wee felly hangs on your every word.
Oh, all fucking right then. Leave it with me.
Anyway, I had spotted a bit of a commotion taking place down the back as we were coming in. Private function. Charity event or something. Not sure if it was the booze, but everyone looked fucked, and they had these stupid name badges on.
Sounds like maybe you didn't want to be there anyway.
Well, exactly, but then I copped that the bar was free to anyone that was wearing one of these badges. Company must have had a tab or something.
I'm guessing it wouldn't take long for a crafty fucker to get his hands on one of those badges.
You guess right, mate. Swiped one off a blind man's jacket. Before you can click your fingers, I'm downing champagne by the pint glass, and to top it all I managed to blag a couple of juicy steaks.
Your missus mustn't have known where to look.
Wise up, would you? She was halfway back to the hotel at this point. The minute I realized she was cash poor, I stuck her on a bus.
So like what you're saying is, I need to do something to take my mind off things.
Correct. You need to embark on a voyage of reinvention. Starting with music. You need to throw out all those CDs you two lovebirds listened to together. It's to stop you wallowing in self-pity when a particular album brings you back. Then go out and buy some brand new ones. Open a new chapter of your life per se. This is what my mate did, and 3 days later he was back in love, albeit with a completely different floozy.
Any particular music you would recommend?
The Carpenters is a good place to start. The album with Rainy Days and Mondays always puts a spring in my step when I'm feeling down. And Elton John's not bad either, Your Song. I guess that's why they call it the blues, Candle in the Wind and so on. If this kind of music doesn't give you a reason to live, nothing will. And while you're at it, you might as well throw out all the old DVDs you and What's Her Face enjoyed together. Simply put, you need to keep your mind occupied. Movie marathons can be worthwhile. What you're looking for are light-hearted upbeat productions. The likes of Casablanca, Gone with the Wind, and Romeo and Juliet would be right up your street. Films like these will serve as perfect distractions.
1 minute I'm welcoming a guy to the job. Next thing he's rubbing up against me like a dog with 2 dicks. Now I don't got nothing against a man's behavior in the privacy of his own home, no matter how vulgar or abominable. But respect works both ways, and this fucking cockroach was making my toes curl.
Thanks, mate. I bet this kind of crap never happens to someone as cool as you. Your advice so far is pure gold, I'm sure. Any more tips?
You know I'd normally recommend a good rebound. When love breaks down, you join the wrecks, who leave their hearts for easy sex, etc. Even if you have to pay for it.
But what if I don't want to let go? What if I can't?
Well, then you're pretty much snookered. Now don't shoot the messenger pigeon, but earlier in the canteen I overheard your former love interest at the next table telling a mate she was about to embark on a sex fest of Sodom and Gomorrah proportions with some dispatcher called Ray. I realize you're welling up, old bean, but this is the best advice anyone will ever give you, so listen carefully. A broken heart isn't really a heart that's been torn apart and crushed. A broken heart is just a foolhardy buzzword used by tragic romantic types to describe the losing of one's comfort blanket. You'll get another one. Hey, Primark have a sale on. But all joking aside, best thing for you to do is replace one frivolous preoccupation with another. First thing tomorrow, get your doctor to sign you off, then go on a week-long drink and drug-addled bender, at the end of which you won't be able to recall your name, never mind your ex is.